So good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending Building Your Toolbox, a monthly educational series where individuals learn a pain management strategy or skill. Tonight, we are happy to be joined by guest presenter Ricca Riojas, who will be discussing hypnosis. My name is Michelle Rice, and I have lived with chronic pain for over 23 years, and I serve as the patient engagement lead for the U.S. Pain Foundation. Joining me tonight is Bobby Blades, a longtime volunteer support group leader for the organization. Next slide. The U.S. Pain Foundation is committed to improving the lives of people with pain. Our mission is to empower, educate, connect, and advocate for all individuals, kids, and adults living with chronic illnesses or serious injuries that cause pain, as well as their caregivers and clinicians. The organization develops free programs and services to help individuals. Our programs include a national network of support groups, educational resources and events, a pediatric program for children and families, advocacy efforts, an awareness magazine called The Invisible Project, and so much more. To learn more or how to get involved, please visit us at uspainfoundation.org. Next slide, please. So before we begin, I want to share our agenda for this evening. After reviewing a few housekeeping items, we will get right into our topic. Some of the things we will learn tonight include the science of hypnosis, hypnotherapy techniques, how hypnosis can be used for pain management, and simple and practical hypnosis exercises that can be done from home. To close, we will open it up for a Q&A. Next slide, please. Okay, with that, I'm now going to ask Bobby to share more about the logistics for tonight. Next slide.
Good evening.
Oh, it's already up
no,
there.
This is
sorry.
it.
Sorry.
Good evening, everyone. I don't have the slide memorized yet, so please keep it there. Welcome, and I'd like to go over these few items. Participants are all on mute for the first portion of our program, and questions will be taken at the very end. During the question and answer section, please raise your hand through the icon at the bottom of your Zoom screen. It is usually down at the bottom. There's a little smiley face with the reactions. You can go to that and click on it, and it'll have you raise your hand or lower your hand when you're done. If you can't manage that or find it on your screen, just raise your hand and we'll see you. Please keep questions on topic as much as possible. If responding to another participant, be careful not to rescue or give advice. We're here to validate and support each other. Remember, different treatments work differently for everyone. Be respectful of other opinions. And please remute yourself once you're done speaking. Next slide, please. Tonight's event is educational only. This information is not meant to take the place of your healthcare provider. You should always consult with your practitioner about your unique health situation. The U.S. Pain Foundation does not recommend or endorse any one therapy, treatment, or product. If you feel that your medical condition or conditions are adversely affected by your participation in this webinar tonight, it is your responsibility to discontinue participation, and please immediately consult with your healthcare provider. Next slide, please. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Bobby.
Thank you.
So I am really excited to introduce our guest presenter tonight, Ricca Riojas. Let me try that again. Ricca Riojas has 20 years of collective experience as an integrated healing arts practitioner. She is a certified hypnotherapist, life coach, and licensed medical massage therapist. Through her experience, Ricca has come to understand that everyone's needs are unique and therefore require a personalized treatment plan that caters to specific symptoms and body responses. Her own life's journey has been a tapestry of personal growth and overcoming challenges. She is the founder and owner of the Phoenix Mind Shift, where she offers hypno-coaching. For her, it is all about taking a holistic approach to healing stress and pain and finding the potential for growth and possibility. Ricca, thank you so much for being here. We're really happy you're here tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to talk to y'all tonight about this wonderful journey I've taken on my own and learned so much from. Tonight, I just want you to think of me as your personal guide through this fascinating world. And at the end, if you have any questions, just let me know. I want you first to imagine that your brain is a detective, but this detective is extremely biased into all negative situations. And because we are biased towards negative situations, when we get into spirals of negativity, we will continue to sit there and over cyclically go back to the beginning all over again of that negative situation. Now, you can use hypnosis to give that detective a superpower. Not the kind where we go over buildings or anything like that, but leaping over hurdles in your mind, things that you thought were negative at one time. If you can consciously believe in the front of your mind, it can happen. You can reroute what's going wrong in the back. So, hypnosis makes it possible by allowing you to get the front of your mind's information. Like, let's say you learned that when you were young, someone said you didn't look good in green. So, in the back of your mind, it stays present that you don't look good in green. And even in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, you look in the mirror, you see green, and you're like, ugh, no. Was it a valid point? No, because you could really look good in green. And even your friends could tell you that it's hard for you to believe it. If you work with hypnosis, you could alleviate the feelings from that old memory and allow the knowingness of now to come through and permeate. So, hypnosis isn't about like swinging watches and, you're getting sleepy, that type of, TV stereotype. You know, I, as I start my sessions, I try to bring so much meaning and laughter and solid science, but really having an experience with that person. And we work through things because not all hypnosis works for every person. You have to find the right vehicle of information to give, because some people respond well to visualization. Some people can't see any visualization. They respond better to auditory. Some people can smell things. Some people just have a knowingness about them. Whatever their vehicle of knowledge and how they learn is very important to how you would work with them in hypnosis. And over the past 20 years, it's been my personal quest to help people in the realms of pain and get onto a place of understanding, because it's like the hair club for men. I'm not just the founder, but I'm also a client. I have had chronic pain since the age of 7. That is 40 years. I've had different disease states. I've had different diagnoses. I've talked about different types of sleeping medicine to pain relievers, anything to try to help my pain, and nothing touched it like this did. And it was through massage, because when I learned about massage, I was trying to understand how good massage worked. But as I started to do the massage, it wasn't just me touching them. It was what I was saying to them. It was what was happening, and my encouragement and my ability to get them to let me help them through the hard times. And they could have real releases that didn't have to do with the physical body as much as it did about the mind. And so as I went through, I started to understand that personal power was where we had to start. And power is a really charged word. It's big, it's intimidating, and someone with chronic pain, it may take you a long time to try to get to that idea that you could have power. And so I tell people, let's don't try to get to power. Let's get to commitment. And commitment is something different. Commitment is something that moves beyond motivation, moves beyond discipline, because commitment is something that you will do no matter what, because you know that your life is worth it. And if you can commit, you can tap into these vast reserves inside of yourself and change the course of your life. It's not about muscle, it's about mindset. But, let's talk numbers, because that's what people want to know is like, what do the studies show? A recent study out of Washington was that they found that 70% of individuals with chronic pain experience less uh, pain if they were worked through with hypnotherapy sessions. 70% with chronic pain. Okay, that is not hopeful. That is groundbreaking, because in studies before where the information was a little askew, they were only seeing 30 to 40, but now they know that it is the vehicle in which they present the hypnotherapy to which you will get the response. And they're still working on those vehicles and how to present it to different groups of people, which they can measure. Because, of course, in science, we try to do everything the same. That way, everyone gets the same treatment. But with hypnotherapy, it can't always be like that. Certain people will get certain responses, and you have to group them according to that. So that's another way of looking at the studies. But 70% across the board is pretty huge. Now, there is another study that they worked with cancer survivors who had been through chemo and also had surgery. They got 4 sessions, just 4. And these were women that were in the top extreme of pain afterwards, that were uncontrolled by medication. They were talking about a 40% drop in pain levels after only 4 sessions. So after that, the University of Washington this year around April released a report saying that after extensive research, hypnosis should be the first line of defense for patients with chronic pain, recommending 8 to 12 sessions. And this was after a study in which they found that after a recent spinal cord injury, that these strategies combated pain for up to 90% of the participants. And so this beneficial treatment is just on the cornerstones of changing things, because before it was unrecognized, it was kind of like, a hoo-hoo type woo-woo experience. Nobody really paid attention. Now they're understanding, with research, they found certain types of chemicals in the body. One in particular, orphan, that is almost 100 times stronger than morphine. It has no addictive properties, and it doesn't, it causes antidepressant effects instead of causing depression. And they can't isolate it because it needs so many chemicals from your body to work, but you can utilize it. You can utilize it by happiness, with joy, with breathing techniques, with your ability to use your endorphins to be able to move. You can utilize your own pain relieving chemicals in your body, but you can't utilize them if you're really upset. Because let's be honest, when you get in chronic pain, you're in the poo-poo chute. Okay, everything gets ugly. You're mad, you're miserable, you're upset, and even though you try to be, put your hat on, like you're really happy and you're helping and you're doing all your stuff, there are times that it just gets out of control. When you have something like this in your toolkit, it doesn't get like that. Even in the bad days, you're still able to have control of yourself. You're still able to get the negative self-talk out, the intrusive thoughts, because let's be honest, we know what comes with chronic pain: stress, depression, anxiety, all the things. And so if you have something to combat all that, you're not going to be as susceptible to the negativity that comes along with the chronic pain. And that's what's really the destroyer. So when we look beyond the stats and we look at real people stories from my own practice, and not just from people out, in medical studies, with the people that I've worked with, I have seen over and over and over how this can be life-changing, not just for the people themselves, but for their family. It ripples out to everyone around you. Just like your illness ripples out to them, your healing does as well. I've had people, rediscover their joy, their hobbies, the things they love. They're able to be with their loved ones. They're not in panic mode because of some medication that they're taking and having a mask, waiting for this shadow of discomfort to come in. And as I go through life and I myself use these tools, I found that they are the single most thing that make me feel the power of myself. And I wanted to hand that to other people and let them know that you are not alone. You can use this anywhere. You could be in a truck stop bathroom at Buc-ee's and having a breakdown and be able to use your tools. And it doesn't matter, if it's the perfect place or wherever you are, you can pull it out, use it, and then move on with your day. The immediate effects you feel from hypnosis and hypno coaching are reduced anxiety. A session typically is just, we talk just like we're talking right now. And we'll talk because you ask me questions. And then we'll go into a state of relaxation where we concentrate on what your goals are, whatever your goals are, whatever we talked about. And it'll feel somehow like you're sleeping. Sometimes you'll feel like you are in a different place or a different time, or maybe you're in a dream. Whatever you are, I say go there. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Go and experience whatever, because your subconscious mind is listening to me. We've already agreed on what we're talking about. And so you don't have to be there or worry about what I'm doing. My voice to where your central part and your location of the part that's listening to me is going to always be attentive. When you are asleep in your bed at night, there is a little piece of you always in consciousness. Okay. And that's what, like, when you hear something, you didn't really hear it. Your brain that is active heard it. Okay. So your conscious mind didn't hear it, can't, because your consciousness is asleep. Your unconscious heard it. So what I'm doing is going in there and having a conversation that we agreed with the front, and it will allow me clearance to the back. Now, if I went in there saying some weird business, it would be like, hold up now, wait, Ricca, what are you doing? Or we're not doing that, so you don't have to worry about, in planning some weird stuff. You're not going to get up clucking like a chicken. Okay. Unless, you want me to, no, I'm just playing. But you're going to have that time where, you wanted to feel better. You want to talk better to yourself. You want to do more things. You want to feel more connected to the world around you. And that's what we go for. And so that becomes our goal. And once you're deeply relaxed, I try to encourage that your body can return to that relaxation. So while you're in that deep sleep or deep relaxation, I like for you to become very, very familiar with it. So your mind knows how to take you there when you're sleeping. So when you have great pain, that you are able to write yourself into relaxation. Okay. So I think that it's time for us to have a little session. What do you think? Just try it out. Okay. So what's going to happen is throughout the session, you're going to remain control of everything. You'll hear your surroundings. If something goes bump, you'll be able to come out and be cool. You can come out at any point if you wish. But the main session is that we want to stay in there. That's our goal. We want to stay in there and get the most benefit we can. And we want to experience whatever it is to experience. At the end, I'll gently guide you out. You'll come back to your alertness. We'll conclude the session, and then we'll discuss what happened or what went on. Now, let me give you some just things to think about. When we go in today, it may be new information that you've never heard before. It may be new techniques that you've never experienced. I encourage you to be open-minded. If you don't want to participate, please don't feel like you have to. Observe, take the time to actually observe a session, and feel comfortable before you do it. Because again, stuff like this should not stress you out. Like, this should be something that gives you joy and pleasure and relaxation. It shouldn't be something that's like, oh my gosh, she's going to melt my brain. No, take your time, experience it, And if you want to experience in real life later, you can have the opportunity. But for us right now, let's just take the time. Now, wherever you are, if you're going to participate, I want you to find a comfortable position wherever you are. And I want you just to lay back in your seated position. You don't have to lay down. You can just lean back in your seated position. I want you to close your eyes. And I'm going to prompt you on your breathing. Okay. And so what I want you to do is take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time. In through your nose and out through your mouth. You're going to come back to your breathing anytime your mind wanders or you feel lost. Or find my voice and know that you are relaxing and feeling much better than before. As you're breathing, I'd like to call attention to your feet. Notice any uncomfortableness in the body. And as you do, you will feel a slight tingle at the bottom of your feet. That tingling will signal a healing, warm energy that is about to come and help you relax. Relax you from your bottom all the way up to the top of your head. Relax your feet now up to your ankles, calm and peaceful. Let them relax. If you feel any resistance, simply just let it fall away. Go up now towards your calves and your knees. Let them feel heavy now, heavy and relaxed. Up to your thighs, noticing any uncomfortable places. Let the warm energy now bring relaxation and peace, comfortable and relaxed. As you notice it creeping, that wonderful relaxation up the lower back and around to the abdomen. As it reaches the lungs, you will realize that as you breathe in, the more peaceful you become. As you exhale, more tension will be relieved. Pushing through and relaxing that warm, wonderful, peaceful energy. All now through your arms, to your elbows, to your wrist, to your fingertips. Radiating now back and forth, up to your shoulder, around your neck. Deeper and deeper relaxation. Deeper and deeper. You'll feel it now encircle the back of your head, and a profound relaxation will come in through the eyes, down through the nose, in through the mouth, relaxing your face, filling you with total and complete relaxation, wrapping you in a protected cocoon from your head to your toes in a gentle, peaceful, relaxing feeling. Now you may start to feel as if you're floating above yourself. It is perfectly normal to feel like you are no longer feeling anything. Let yourself go deeper and deeper into this feeling, this relaxation. And at this time, you may have even noticed shifting colors or different fields in your vision. Let them all go as you breathe deeply, breathing in more relaxation, exhaling more tension. And for a moment, I'd like you to feel like you are floating in the water, relaxing back in a healing pool, relaxing, just relaxing. In a moment, I will call you back. And after I call you back, I'd like this feeling of relaxation to stay with you throughout the night, to allow you to sleep peacefully, calmly. Give it permission now to stay as you relax and enjoy this healing feeling of floating. Now I will initiate your comeback. When I count to 1, you will come back to full awareness. 5, coming back down into self. 4, noticing your limbs. 3, feeling at ease and at peace. 2, solidly grounded. 1, eyes wide open and full of peace. So I hope that was okay for a beginning start. I know it was kind of short and there's so much work to be done, but I hope that you did get a chance to briefly try what it would feel like to relax with someone. And I'd like to open up for any questions if you're ready.